Alright, looking into this plot and looking at how the characters are, I really don't think Big Hero 6 is going to be anything special. It's just Disney trying to take somebody else's idea and Disneyfying it. So, I'm not going to expect anything from this. Wow, Disney, wow! Alright, so this is going to be the non-spoiler version of Big Hero 6. If you want the spoiler version, I'm going to do a podcast with Crows about how we really feel about this Disney animated film. So, let's just go into the plot right now. And this really is non-spoiler version because this plot that I'm going to give you is only like a tip of the iceberg of what happens in Big Hero 6. The story is about a 13-year-old super genius by the name of Hero who forms a very special bond with this big marshmallow robot named Baymax. And he's just like the cutest thing you will ever see. In fact, I really want a Baymax plushie just to hug him. Shortly after certain events that happen in the movie, some mysterious occurrences are happening in the city, and it's all caused by the villain of our story named Kabuki. Or at least that's the name they're giving him since he has a Kabuki mask. Kabuki is causing some trouble in the city, so Hero feels the need to step in and stop him. By upgrading Baymax from a healer to a fighter, and by giving superhero upgrades to 4 of his friends, Big Hero 6 is formed and they're gonna go in and save the day. So by hearing that plot and reading the original comic book for Big Hero 6, I really just thought, yeah, Disney, we know you have Marvel, we know you bought it, so you're just gonna take everything from Marvel and Disneyfy it. And that's basically what I thought they were going to do, that this was their interpretation. Kind of like how Frozen was an adaptation of the Snow Queen. More on that later. But after watching the movie and reading the comic book, I have to say I kind of prefer the movie. Mainly because it's more memorable. Now the comic series Big Hero 6 was done twice. There was one like back in the 80s/90s that had a few heroes from the X-Men group. And then it was remade around 2006 with just the other 6 heroes: Baymax, Hero, Go-Go Tamago, Honey Lemon, Fred, and Wasabi. And like, reading the comic strip, like, it was fun to read, but I walked away not really remembering these characters. There was just nothing really memorable about them. And watching the Disney version, as much as I had like a nitpick as to the race and age changes, as you can tell from my previous recording in Pop News episode 1, I kind of put that aside because these characters are a lot better. There's more of like a defining personality, like you know who these characters are. The Go-Go Tamago is a serious type who has a need for speed, and she's just a lot of fun to watch. Honey Lemon is just super perky and fun, and she uses chemistry as a superpower, and that's just awesome. Chemistry. Wasabi got annoying from time to time, but he was still a lovable guy, especially that car chase. You don't stop at a red light during a car chase, dude. Just keep going. If you're being chased by a madman, keep going, okay? And as much as I didn't like Fred at first because he obviously went from an Ainu serious type to a shaggy wannabe, he was still a lot of fun to watch. And as for story-wise, you went dark, Disney. I don't want to spoil anything. I'm saving that for the podcast if you want to hear the spoilers of this movie. But all I can say is, wow! Not only did the story go in so many dark places, but that villain, Kabuki, when you find out about his backstory, wow! And this is the one Disney animated movie that has one of the darkest lines that any Disney villain has ever said. I'm like going back into all these villains, trying to remember if they ever said anything that dark, and when I heard it for the first time, my jaw hit the ground like, whoa, you didn't say that! If you want to know more about that, we'll be recording a podcast going over that scene in particular, because it's just, wow, Disney, wow, I can't believe you did that. So overall, Big Hero 6 is just overwhelmingly surprising. I went in expecting it to just be a Disney rehash, something that Disney just looked in the piles of Marvel, saw Big Hero 6 as nothing of a big deal, so they could just do whatever the heck they want with it. And in a sense they did that, but also in a sense sense, they made it better. The characters are a lot memorable. The story is like one of the most impressive stories to ever come out of a Disney movie. And the villain is just so real. Just so relatable to everybody. It's just the most relatable villain I've ever seen from a Disney movie. Like, you could actually believe this guy exists. So if you really want a good Disney movie for everybody, not just for the kids, but for everybody, you need to watch Big Hero 6, because it's that good. I definitely give Big Hero 6 5 pops out of 5. It is like one of the most impressive Disney animated films I have seen in a long time. I got into the whole phase with Frozen at first, but after looking back on it, I had some issues with it. If you want to hear my issues on Frozen, leave a comment down below, and I'll make a video about that, probably full of spoilers since that movie is over a year old, and we'll just have some fun with that. This has been Robin from Pop Spectrum. Thanks for watching. I love you. Be sure to like, favorite, and comment on this video, as well as subscribe to Pop Spectrum. Thank you for watching!